All right, I'm just going to continue this lesson right here, and that's going to be it. Hey, shalom to you brothers out there. Shalom. Yeah, my last video it got cut off, man. And it kind of takes me out of my flow, but fuck it. All praises to the Most High, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Peace and mercy to the 1/3 and 144 from the tribe of Judah, all the way down to Issachar. So I left off in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, 143. That's the spirit. The title says Christ or Judgment. So just like I was saying in my last video, right? Pretty much what I've been noticing about things that's happening within Israel is that the spirit is having free course. And the spirit is having free course in a way that, brothers are actually thinking, and brothers that have a free mind, and brothers are thinking for themselves instead of being a hive-minded mindset. You see what I'm saying? There's this spirit of a respected person, this spirit of holding back their sword from blood, this spirit of going with a group instead of the truth. And see, this is what I'm going to say to you guys in GMS, because honestly, like I said, man, I've been in these camps, came out of it, stood out there, all that crap. It's not a badge of honor. It's just I'm telling you what I've done in my journey. You elders, Tahar, Gabar, Ramla, Rakah, and even these camps that are branched off from you guys are creating, you're creating an environment where it's hard for brothers to actually stand up for the truth, because they're in that spirit of, the father and the mother, and they don't want to be kicked out of a synagogue, or they don't want to be ousted or excluded. You know what I'm saying? And that's the environment that you guys are creating, because if you call yourself apostles and you're sitting on high seats and you have an influence over the congregation, then you should be speaking the whole truth and not just parts of it. It don't matter you guys being in this truth for 30, 40 years. You guys are denying the most important thing, which is the new covenant, man. The Lord being the Son of God, the Gentiles coming in, because you guys, you look down on the Gentiles. You guys don't like the Gentiles, man, but the Gentiles is Israel's glory. They're our glory. And even the name, calling upon pagan names. These are things that you guys are not teaching. And so by you guys being proud and the high seas are corrupt to you guys can have the high seas. You can have all that, man. What the Lord is doing with us brothers on the low sea is he's having us free brothers' minds. He's having us do the heavy work. He's having us take out the trash. He's having us do the work that, let's say if you're on a high seat, like kings wear soft clothing. What did you come out to the wilderness to see? By you being on the low sea, it allows you to actually say what you have to say and actually be that example that you wouldn't see. Like I said, man, most guys, they want the title of apostles and prophets and all that, but they're not willing to go through what the prophets are going through. And guess what? The prophets are going through this shit every fucking day. Every fucking day, man. But that's the territory that comes with this. So to the brothers in the new covenant, because I'm only watching a few brothers, like my brother J Hall, Benjamin, JD Naja, all the brothers out there. And I know brothers are sincere, man, but I'm gonna tell you brothers that came out of camps. I'm just gonna fucking keep on saying it. Fuck it. If I'm a pest, who gives a fuck? It's about speaking the whole truth. So yeah, we know about the new covenant. Yeah, we know about the new covenant, but break out of the spells of these banners of these camps. That's the most important thing. If you're out here teaching and doing live streams, you better stand up for the whole truth, man, and not just part of it. And don't be afraid to be kicked out. Don't be afraid to be hated. Don't be afraid to be looked down on. Who gives a fuck about any of that? Our judgment comes from the Heavenly Father, not from this world. So I just wanted to get that out the way. This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. And so we know about that, right? Hold on, okay, cool. Nah. But a certain fearful looking of judgment and fiery indignation which should devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Of how much more sore punishment suppose you that he should be taught worthy, who has trodden underfoot the Son of God, and has counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and has done despite unto the Spirit of grace. And that's pretty much what we see taking place. What these guys are doing is they're despising the Spirit of the Most High. You know, by these, you got to keep the law, you got to do this, works. And it's really not based off that. See, the laws are culture, because I come from a Hebrew perspective, but I know that it can't save me or anyone. How much laws is there? 613, 14? You can't save anyone. The sacrifices that the Levites are doing in the Old Covenant, that wasn't making our people perfect. So why do we glory in the New Covenant? Why do we rest in the New Covenant? Why do we build upon this foundation? Because that's where the grace comes in. So pretty much the way I look at it is what we can do by the laws and rehearsing these righteous acts and all this stuff, the New Covenant covers. So where we fall short on, the New Covenant covers. So if you can't, let's say like one of the laws, right? Sabbath, or, you know, even a man and a woman. If a woman's on her period, you see, a man's not supposed to be in the same house with that woman. Mixed fabrics, you know, taking a lamb and killing it for the Passover. Just these certain things that will bring death. The Spirit of the Lord covers that, because we're all worthy of death. We're all filthy rags. So you see what happens when you constantly are about the law. What you're doing is you're constantly keeping brothers in that spirit of, you know, like, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you don't do this, then this is going to happen to you. But no, in the New Covenant, it's that grace, it's that freedom, it's that liberty, it's that love that the Lord told us to have for one another. I'm just breaking it down so you can see how it all comes together. Of how much more sore punishment suppose you, so he be taught worthy, who has trodden underfoot the Son of God, and has counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and has done despite unto the Spirit of grace. For we know him that hath said, vengeance belongs unto me, I will recompense, says the Lord, and again the Lord shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. But call to remembrance the former days in which you were illuminated, you endured a great fight of afflictions. Partially why you were made a gazing stock, both by reproach and affliction, and partially why you became companions of them that were so used. For you had compassion of me in my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourself that you have in heaven a better and an enduring substance. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which has great recompense of reward. So I'm not casting away my confidence. I'm going to keep on doing exactly what I'm doing, staying on my lot, staying on my square, because this is what the Lord has me doing. Interesting. Now the just shall live, verse 36. For you have need of patience, that after you have done the will of the Most High, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come, and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. For we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. And I'm just going to get one more. So think about it, because you know what's going to happen, and it's already happening to the Spirit. You guys on high seats that's holding certain things back from the congregation, people are going to start asking questions. People are going to start asking things, you know, and people are going to come after you guys, man, for not speaking the truth, the whole truth. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 25. It says, see that you refuse not him that speaketh, for if they escape now who refuse and that speak on earth, much more shall we not escape if we turn away from him that speaketh from heaven. That generation that didn't listen to Moses, what happened? They died in the wilderness. So if Moses is the house and he that built the house is much better, how much more the Lord? People are strange nowadays, man. Whose voice then shook the earth, but now he has promised, saying, yet once more I shake not the earth only, but also heaven. And this word yet much more signifying the removing of those things that were shaken, as of things that were made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain. Wherefore we receiving the kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace, whereby we may serve the Most High acceptably with reverence and godly fear. For our God is a consuming fire. Fire. So pretty much with that, that's going to be the whole video. Just wanted to say that real quick. I'm going to get up out of here. All praises to the Most High, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. Peace and mercy to the 1/3 and 144. Brothers out there, keep the faith and endure, man. And continue to bring this out. It's having free course. The Pharisees can't really, they're in a corner. They can't really hide themselves anymore. And with that, hey, shalom.